Good morning or afternoon, everyone. This is Reggie versus Solace here coming in. Just want to do a quick video on the topic at hand today is staying productive and coming out of quarantine ahead of the game. And just my thoughts on that real quick. All right. So what I've been noticing, lately is a few, content creators on YouTube is kind of taking advantage of the isolation or self quarantine that we've been kind of experiencing here over the past maybe like 7-8 weeks. That we've been kind of on a quarantine, meaning you can't really go outside to do things you would do normally, and you kind of have to make adjustments. Of course, with sports being shut down, a lot of people kind of live off of sports and other outside kind of activities like that, concerts and things. You see concerts and musicians have to do other things. You've seen Instagram lives battles go up and things like that. People have been kind of coming out of left field with different objectives to kind of stay ahead of the curve, and I think these things are going to be the norm going forward, at least until the COVID-19 pandemic is over. But even after that, I feel certain individuals, they are gearing themselves and putting themselves in position to be ahead of the curve and come out to make either a lifestyle or make changes necessary for being productive past COVID-19. And I just kind of wanted to say that too is, content creators like myself, I've started streaming here since January. And this kind of time frame is giving me time to kind of put more craft into the game I play, which is World of Warcraft, Saturn Bomberman, some Lego mocks, but also with content creation, and delivering different things, coming out with different ideas for content creation. And I feel that there's different streamers doing that. One that I was looking at is the Pac McAfee show. During the NFL draft that just was recently occurring this past weekend, he was the only, his show was the only one that I saw that was actually doing live coverage from the studio. So he had all of his guys in studio doing live updates per draft pick. And that was something that I didn't see in the past. It could have been occurring, but I didn't see it. But I know with his show, it was kind of refreshing 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night to see those guys in studio giving you their live takes for each NFL draft pick. Of course, the major ones was like the Packers, going with Jordan Love and things like that. But for his wild content, this is a great time, even if you're not a streamer. For the streamers like myself, I see a lot of people delving into longer content, doing more stream hours as more people are home watching, which creates an opportunity for your brand, your stream to grow, for followers to come into viewing your stream where they wasn't going to be there before because they were going to be occupied outside or viewing other things like sports with NFL and NHL and NASCAR starting up and things like that. So it's giving you more opportunity to kind of grow your brand versus if you're a new guild in World of Warcraft or you're doing something outside of that. This gives you kind of an ample time to kind of hone in on that craft, maybe pick up a new skill or something like that. I've seen that also. A lot of people been chammering on about their online schooling that's providing classes for free. It's a good way to be able to do that. But for everyone, including myself, use this time to come out ahead. And that's what I'm trying to say about that. You want to use this time to kind of come out ahead and focus on that craft as far as getting your brand ahead of the curve. Putting time to creating, editing YouTube videos like myself. That's what I'm trying to do. Pushing out better content, maybe upgrading my graphics card here. Want to be able to put out more content and better content. So I'm in position to kind of make this thing a full-time thing. And I think other people, they want to do the same thing. Being a more efficient rate leader, things like that. You can do anything, and not use this time to be wasted. Maybe read. There's ample books out there you can read, Kindle and stuff like that online for free. But don't enter the COVID-19 pandemic in the same place you're going to exit it. You definitely don't want to do that. I think everyone, no matter which position you're in, I have kids here. I always push my son to try to focus in. He wasn't doing good in a particular subject. And I was saying this time, look, you're not in school per se, even though they're getting schoolwork assignments. Use this time to kind of read up on the subject that you weren't proficient in. You're good at reading. Okay, well, if it's something like science or something like that that you need help in, go ahead and use that time to kind of focus in on that. And it's harder to bring kids to doing that versus they'll want to play video games and things like that. But it takes time to be able to get to that point. But use this time to kind of come out ahead no matter what you do. Even if you're at home and you have to work out. That's a big thing too. The gyms are closed. They shouldn't be charging you fees. But you know what you can do? Work out at home. You can be able to do that, and that way you're coming out gym ready instead of having to prep for 2 or 3 weeks to get your body prepped up to hit the heavy weights in the gym. Little things like that. Use this time if it's creation, if it's working on your body, if it's meditation for yourself, if it's catching up on work, anything like that to be able to get you in a better position going forward. Another thing before I go is also trips. You can look, there's some cheap flights with Expedia and Priceline and Southwest Airlines. You can be able to, kind of save up and put your family or yourself in positions to get away or go on a cruise or go on a trip to the southern states or a warmer climate now by booking in advance. That's another thing too, is a lot of people, unfortunately they live paycheck to paycheck. Well, you know what? Trips to Miami, trips to Cancun are dirt cheap right now. You could be able to use this time to kind of capitalize on the low gas prices or the low airplane totals to be able to get a flight for you and your family or yourself, or to be able to get away for like August, September, October time frame for cheap. Just use this time to get ahead of the curve, guys. And that's the kind of the video that I wanted to talk about. Just kind of thoughts I was thinking about as I'm playing my game and kind of going forward, man. Come out of the COVID-19 pandemic ahead of the curve. Maybe saving some money since you're not able to, for me, use the metro and things like that to get to work. I'm kind of putting that money away to kind of upgrade my stream. And you can be able to do the same thing. You're not traveling to work. For those that don't have to travel, for those that are gifted telework, you can put that money, that $30, $60, $90 you're spending on eating out at work or using public transportation, you could be able to put that into an investment or put that into an upgrade for, like I said, your stream setup or, college tuition or whatever it is. But you can kind of put that money away because if it wasn't for the pandemic, you would have been spending that anyway. But now you're not, you got a little nest egg. And you can be able to put that towards something that you may not have been able to before. So just come out. I want everyone to be able to come out ahead, come out ahead of the curve, ahead of the game. Maybe bolster your savings account, bolster that up, for hard times ahead. But use it wise. This time that we're kind of down, we're kind of hunkered in at home. Everyone, or I would hope that everyone will come out ahead of the game. So this is, of course, Reggie versus Solace. You can follow me on all four social medias: Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Reggie versus Solace, all one word, spelled out like that. And you can find me creating more content, guys. I just want everyone to kind of come out ahead and use this as a positive time to get your plan, whatever it is, in order. All right, till next time, boys. Signing out.